Welcome to the Sangha House and our meditation YouTube channel. We're going to look at a particular subject called Ruts in the Road. And we're going to tackle it from two perspectives. Obviously, I'm a practicing Buddhist, so this is from the Buddhist tradition. It's a particular way of approaching this particular aspect of challenge in our life. So the two aspects we're going to look at are, firstly, life itself, and secondly, mind, and how these ruts in these two aspects can challenge us. So have you ever said the phrase, "I wish I could get out of this rut"? I think we've all felt like that at some point. There's quite a lot of it about at the moment, I think. And to be honest, I fully understand the desire to have and find a better life, a better job, etc. It's certainly not wrong to have ambition. It drives us forward. It keeps us going. But we need to be very, very careful that we don't turn that ambition into suffering itself. Let's dig into the potential for suffering here. From Buddhist thinking, it always comes back to essentially three roots: desire, aversion, or delusion. The desire piece and the aversion piece are fairly obvious here. We're looking for something new, better. We're trying to get away from something we see as unpleasant. If these two roots of suffering aren't present, then we're content. We're happy where we are. It really is that simple. We often put the blame for our unhappiness on external things, and sometimes that's valid, but not always. And actually, more often than not, it's our reaction to the world that introduces that desire or that aversion. There is a third root of suffering, though, delusion, and this is perhaps the most tricky one of all. Because it's kind of hidden. It hides itself from us because it's hiding in our own minds. It's our mind's ability to make us not see the way the world truly is. Essentially, our self, our ego, kicks in, justifies how it's feeling with thoughts like, "I deserve more than this. My brother, my cousin, my friend has a better life than me. I deserve more." There's an example. This is the kind of dialogue which comes in our mind and feeds potential delusion. And when delusion kicks in, the other two roots are hot on its heels, depending on the nature of the thoughts that are going through the mind. Desire or aversion pile in to kind of shore it up and amplify it. I know people who constantly move. They're never happy for long in their house or even in their country. Then there are others who are so torn apart by this feeling of a need for change. They're desperate to introduce that change. But when they try to decide what they're going to do, nothing seems quite right, quite good enough. We're always looking for the perfect next step. And some of us keep doing this until the day we die and never discover contentment. It's quite sad, really. However, I should just put a bit of a counter thought in here. If you're in a situation where you are definitely suffering due to someone else's unskillful or unwholesome behaviour, then definitely seek out help. I do know there are people there, for example, stuck in abusive relationships, suffering terribly and feeling trapped. These people need to be helped. And there's some excellent charities out there doing that. And, well, I hope they have good friends too. So here, I'm not talking about that kind of suffering. I'm talking about the kind of low-level dissatisfaction that we all experience in life. That feeling of the daily grind. One thing after another. Won't these problems ever stop and I can just be settled and content? Well, the truth is, no, they won't. Of course they won't. No matter how much money we have, life's challenges will continue to appear and potentially cause us dissatisfaction. I love these adverts for retirement complexes. Images of happy people sitting together in the community lounge drinking a tea or a glass of wine. And they're always portrayed as active, fit, attractive people. And they're sitting there smiling. I get it. The retirement complex, they need to be marketed. They need to show images of people in a contented place. If they show images of people suffering, they're not going to sell many retirement complexes. So yeah, I get that. But behind the advertising is an unreal message that we have to be careful not to believe in too much. I've also, I'm sorry I'm banging on a bit about things here, but I also have a bit of a problem with the latest craze doing the rounds in the holistic therapy world, manifestation. I don't know whether you've seen this, but it seems to imply that if we believe hard enough that we're going to get something, we'll get it. And there's people selling how to manifest things. But then it focuses on material things like the perfect job, the big house, the money, etc. There's nothing in the Buddhist tradition that supports this. I'll be frank. Quite the opposite, actually. It seems to me to be encouraging an attachment to material things. And it feeds directly into those roots, desire, aversion and delusion. Buddhism focuses on essentially developing a deep contentment with life as it is. And that same contentment with people as they are, including ourselves. It recognises that challenges arise in life. And rather than thinking we can remove every challenge in our lives, it sets out how to change our reaction to the challenge. The daily grind gets to all of us at times. We solve one problem, there's another one waiting in the wings. So what do we do about this? Well, at the end of the day, contentment is a state of mind. It doesn't depend on external factors like money or health, actually. It's purely mind-driven. So through meditation, we start to uncover to ourselves the nature of mind, to see how it desires, to see how the aversions drive us, and also to spot the delusion that creeps in. So we're going to do our first meditation now, the body scan, which gets us in touch with the physical side of our emotions, brings focus, and helps to bring us completely into the present moment. Mind and body, they're not separate. We feel our emotions in our body. The body scan allows us to get in touch with this. So our first meditation, the body scan, make sure you're nice and comfortable. I recommend sitting in a nice upright posture. You can lie down in meditation, but for me personally, I always fall asleep. So sitting is better for me. Okay. So resting gently in your space, gently close your eyes and have the gaze slightly downcast as if you're looking below the horizon. Take a moment to take a couple of nice deep breaths and a feeling of letting go on each out breath. Settle a gentle intent in the mind that for this short period you're just going to stay with the practice. You're not going to think about those challenges in life, those difficulties or those desires for change. For this short time, just be happy to be here, following the meditation. We're going to start our body scan. So while we go through the body, you're looking for genuine awareness of sensation. What can you feel in the body? You're looking to let go of thoughts, let go of the influences of mind, just feel. And you're looking to let go of tension. The more we let go of tension, the more settled we become. Take the mind, the awareness, into the feet and feel the feet. Feel all the sensations down there. You can feel inside the feet. What can you feel perhaps in the muscles and the sinews? And also out on the skin. All the time, gentle awareness that the mind may try to carry you away. The earlier you spot a thought arising in the mind, the easier it is to dismiss it and let it go, and turn your attention back to bare awareness of sensation. You feel perhaps the gentle contact between the sole of the foot and the ground, not trying to read anything into it. Just experience. Content just to feel. Let me work up over the heels. Gentle awareness all the time. And we come up into the ankle bones. You may find there's not much sensation here, but that's okay. Whatever you're feeling is what you're feeling. Just be content to sit here and feel whatever you can feel. Next, we travel up gently into the shins and the calf muscles. Let go of tension, soften it out. And then we come up into the knees. Gently exploring the knees, see what you can find and feel. If you do find any discomfort in the body as you're travelling, first of all notice your reaction. Whenever we have a little bit of pain or discomfort, we tend to tense up, try and avoid. So instead, practice accepting, practice softening in the area, a sense of deep friendship. And this teaches us a great deal about working with suffering and challenge in our daily lives. Teaches us a habit of gentle acceptance and friendship. Work along the thighs and the hamstrings, feeling the contact of clothing, and up into the sitting bones. Happy just to sit. Feel pull of the earth, feel the connection with it through the seat. Just developing a habit of contentedness, just to sit here. Nothing else needed right now. Just softening into the seat. As you're relaxing down, just let the head float up a little. Feel a gentle sense of presence and purpose come into the posture. This helps you to stay with the practice. Just get in touch with our emotional content in the heart space. Feel the heart, but stay away from thought. Energy of our emotions, this is where the emotions live, in the heart and the gut. Again, it's a habit thing. Develop a habit of just feeling without thinking. How does your heart feel? Soften in the shoulders, let go of tension here, easing that tension out. And then bring that awareness down the arms, down into the hands and the fingers. What can you feel in your hands and your fingers? See if you can feel the bones. Gently come back up to the head. Explore the surface of the scalp. And soften the face. Let go of tension in the face. Bring the idea of a contented smile gently into the whole face. Feel how that relaxes the face. How the tension eases out, the frown eases. Even the eyes. Find tension in the eyes. When you let that feeling flow right through the body from everything we felt, the toes to the top of the head, whole body becoming content to just sit with pure awareness, sensation, letting go of all tension and becoming gently still. Just feel that. Happy to be here. Nothing else is needed. So we've looked at the idea of these ruts in our lives from the external perspective. But now we're going to go internal. Because when we take ourselves into the mind, we discover ruts here too. But here we're talking about the ruts in our own mental behaviour. These practices, they require genuine self-honesty. If you're not going to be genuinely honest and interested in what you find, there will be no progress. So we do have to approach it from that perspective. So let's just dig into karma for a minute. I'm sure you've heard of this word karma, and you probably think that it's some kind of giant cosmic balance in the universe that these traditions talk about, where you do something bad and something bad's going to happen to you in the next life and this sort of thing. I mean, that's a very simple view. I am oversimplifying this karmic view here. But that particular karmic view is essentially coming from the traditional Indian ancient Vedic religion that existed. I mean, you're talking pre-Buddhism, pre-Hinduism here. It's kind of the roots of these. And the Buddha actually looked into this and realized something. He realized that there is karma, but it's not that. What he realized was that actually within our minds we have habit, simply that. We have mental habit. And in particular situations where we pick up what's going on in the world through our five senses, our mind drops into ruts of behaviour. And when it does, it thinks the same thoughts and therefore does the same actions. So in this way, these ruts drive our behaviour. I've spoken before about the nature of free will, and this is kind of what we're talking about, really, because we all like to think we've got free will. But of course, if these ruts are driving us down particular roads, then we haven't. We're almost like programmed robots, if you like. But the good thing is we can reprogram ourselves. So essentially these ruts, their habit leading to learned embedded behaviour. I thought I'd give you a little example here. It was something I witnessed, actually. It was a young girl I knew at college, but let me take you back a little further because I spoke to her about this. So let's say this young girl is at school and she suffers a difficulty with her family, maybe parents splitting up or something like that cause trauma. She's very upset. And quite naturally, she reaches out to her friends. That's a good thing to do. And they gather around her and they help and support her. And she enjoys their companionship and support. And actually, she focuses on that enjoyment more than the realization that through their support, she's getting through her difficulty. Because she starts to really latch on to that companionship and support she's getting from her friends. A little bit later, when she's feeling lonely or in difficulty, she starts to talk more and more about her difficulties with her friends. And again, they're her friends. They gather around her offering words of sympathy, but kind of less so now. They've all got their own problems. So what she does is start to inflate the scale of her problems to gain their attention and get that support and companionship back. She carries on doing this for some time at school, but then she goes off to university, new chapter in life, and actually she's lonely because she's in a new place. She meets people and she forms new friendships, but unfortunately she drops into this now automatic learned behaviour, introduces herself as a depressed and lonely person with massive weights on her shoulders. And to an extent, she gets the response she's looking for, but not entirely, as most of the students are starting out in their new lives with optimistic attitudes, and they're looking for like-minded friends. So very quickly, the young girl is surrounded by others who are in a similar trap, winding each other down deeper into that trap. Like I say, it's an extreme example and one I've seen. And some years later, I talked to this young lady who actually was gradually becoming more and more self-aware and realised the nature of the trap she'd gone into. It's quite an interesting discussion. So in meditation, we develop a habit of noticing our thoughts, and this habit, how it comes into our daily lives, because we practice on the cushion, noticing thoughts, stepping back from them. Then we go out into our daily lives and we also notice our thoughts, and we notice how they contribute to our life. We don't normally do that because we see the thoughts as running our lives. But here we're stepping back from them and going, look at that. That thought led me to do that. in very simple terms. Now, when we start to notice these ruts of behavior in our mind, well, through this gentle noticing, these ruts start to flatten out. Meditation, mindfulness of breathing, particular attentiveness to thoughts is what we're going to explore next, to experience how we can develop a habit of what is essentially mind watching. So we're going to do our second meditation now. So again, get yourself nice and comfortable. And check in with the spine first. You might like to get in touch with that point where the spine meets the sitting bones. And become aware of that as you gently take the upper body slightly forwards and backwards until you find a point where actually you just kind of settle and balance. This is a very good position for meditation. It's always good to just check in with the posture first before you rush into your meditation. So again, let the eyes gently close. Take that couple of nice deep breaths, a feeling of settling in and letting go. And again, bring that gentle intent in the mind to let go of life's challenges, to just be fully present here for practice, engaging the mind in this practice of developing a new mental habit of mind watching. So first of all, just bring that awareness of your body back into the picture. So feeling the whole body. Again, returning to feel how that body connects with the earth through the seat, and a deep feeling of letting go of tension. You'll notice as you do this, the body becomes still. In turn, the mind becomes still. Bring that contented smile back in. First of all, let it manifest on the face, and then appear right through the body. Just a gentle happiness to just be here, not needing anything else. Just be present. Now, as you sit, you start to notice the breath. You probably feel it in the chest area first. You feel that natural process of the body breathing. So we feel the body breathing. Keep a gentle awareness on the feeling of the whole body, that contented attitude, the space around you, but your primary focus is just that feeling of the body breathing. Now, as you breathe, you want to be breathing without tension. Just let the body breathe naturally, taking tension out of the picture. To improve concentration, you can gently extend the out breath, letting the breath trickle away a little bit more each time. All the time noticing if any tension is coming into this picture, just soften it out. Using the breath to develop a gentle, concentrated attitude. Now, while you do this, the key habit you're looking to develop here is gentle vigilance for the arising of thoughts in the mind. You're looking to catch them the moment they're born, the moment they appear in the mind. They'll probably appear either as dialogue or images, but whatever form they take, the earlier you catch them and notice them, the easier it is to gently dismiss them. So sitting, watching the breath, we have a gentle sideline vigilance of when thoughts are starting to appear in the mind. And the moment we do, you just notice them and let them go. The thoughts that we don't notice are the ones that grab us, and they carry us off. We notice gently how these thoughts just appear in the mind. It's not us that's thinking them. It's almost as if they think themselves, which in a way they do. That's that mental habit kicking in. So sit, content just to watch the breath, just feel it. Gently trickling the breath in and out of the body and letting thoughts go. to experience the full path of the breath as the body breathes. You feel the gentle temperature of the breath as it enters the nose. It hits the back of the throat, travels down through the chest, it kind of coils like a snake in the belly. Then I gently let it uncoil and travel back out. Just feel that full path of the breath. So, gently we develop a contented nature with life. Yes, we have to tackle problems. We have to see when problems are going to cause suffering. See when they're not wholesome for us and for others. But at the end of the day, those challenges in life will always be there. So it's about developing a contented nature to this, to know that we can't escape these challenges. Yes, we gently deal with them, but we don't run away from them. And slowly we look at our own minds, noticing our mental behaviours that are locked in there. Through gentle meditation, we soften those ruts, again helping to find contentment.